People deluded. Now, right before I go off to work, I wanted to share some thoughts. Now, first, we'll talk about Aubameyang and people. I can't believe what I'm seeing in regards to Aubameyang in a bit, but Dede. Now, his full name will be in the description. I can't say his name. I've tried it in previous vids. Don't want to make a fool of myself. Should have listened already to how you pronounce his name. I've pronounced it already before in a vid, and it didn't go too well. But Dede. Now, if we read between the lines, we know Arsenal need a centre half this season. We've been linked with a whole host. You've made up your own list of centre halves you would like or take. I would. I'm at the point you just want to take anyone. Personally, I'd like to see us sign a top centre half for whatever money. Maybe even grab one of the teams below us, cause there's couple little players in below us in the Prem and them teams there that I think you can get players off. And Liverpool did it. They got what's his name Robertson, the fullback. Obviously he's not a centre half. Maguire went to Leicester from Hull. I actually wanted Maguire when he was at Hull. He's not the most exciting of names, but you get it. I don't know, is it Duffy of Duffy or Connor Cody of Wolves? Again, people look at their names and reputations, they're not the answers, but I think they'd provide decent depth, and by default they're better than some of the options we have. But back to Dede now, he's been linked with Arsenal. If we read between the lines, Unai Emery must want him. Obviously, he keeps one eye open to Spain, but he's been spotted at Getafe's games quite a few times. So maybe he's one that he's looked at enough times and said, okay, this is a man I want, or maybe someone is eyeing him up. So yeah, man, whether he gets his wish, if that is the defender he wants, and he's able to collate that with Raul Sanjela, or whoever needs to dot I's and cross T's to get signings done. We all know he needs his players at this moment in time. I just think he needs better players, better centre halves, midfielders, etc. I'm not watching Dede for Getafe religiously, so I don't know his ins and outs. But when I have turned my eye over there a couple of times this season, I've been impressed. First and foremost, there are concerns. Some people would look at his height. He's not 6 foot. He's about 5'9", 5'10". Forgive me if I'm wrong, or he's just shy of 6 foot. Now, maybe that's a very English thing, a very English culture thing, because even if you look at some of the Spanish under-17 centre-halves I've been watching so far in this tournament, they're tiny. How tall was Cannavaro, people? He weren't the tallest. Obviously, Cannavaro's in a league of his own. He's brilliant, but they're centre-halves that just about barely touched 6 foot, or was 6'1", or 6 foot on the dot, and they did well. But we can't knock it. Obviously, height has to be a concern when it comes to aerial battles and things like that. More concerns me with the aerial things is that he's one of them. Occasionally, I think you'd have to accept he's got a clanger in him, because he does some, I don't know, man. Some things I don't really know why he does it. He can be a bit rash, people. He's very aggressive. He's very much on the front foot. I wouldn't say he's like Koscielny, but he's similar to Koscielny in that they wanted a front foot defending. They want to nick the ball in front of the striker. They want to be sort of aggressive. He does that. It comes at a cost. Who did he not score an own goal? He scored an own goal against Barcelona. It wasn't really his fault. But he got sent off a couple of weeks ago. I remember watching that game and then watching the highlight show. So he can be a bit rash. I think his positioning is good, but it can improve, people. Must admit, like I said, I don't know if he's necessarily the answer, but he is a decent centre half, and Getafe just missed out on Champions League. Our former player Flamini's there as well, to Valencia on the final day. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Or if it wasn't the final day, they missed out on Champions League to Valencia. I think he's a decent centre half. I'd be happy with him. The only concerns I could have is possible moments of rashness, and I don't really care about the concerns in the air in terms of his height, but I would want to see how he copes. I think he's decent in the air for a short guy. I think he's very honest. He likes to defend people. I think he's very proactive in screening danger. He's very much an honest individual, man, and I think he'd be a decent option, depending on the price feed though, because I'm seeing 30 million now. Again, he might prove us all wrong, but this moment in time, from what I know about the player, if I'm seeing 30 million, I can't lie, people. There's other targets I would like to progress with, or slap a bit more peas on top of that and go for some other targets, or bring some players into the deals and whatnot, man, because we're not going to get Canute, people. Julian Nagelsmann is going to manage Leipzig next season. Why would he want to lose key players? But if there was a chance, surely if you got 30 million to splash on the centre half, you slap an extra cake on top and something might be able to be done for someone like Canute, or you get what I'm saying? If Unai Emery's watched him enough times and he's rubber stamped him, he's been spotted at Getafe's games enough times. So there's got to be some, it can't all be smoke, there's got to be some fire in this rumour. So if this is the man he wants, then he can do his thing, people. So that's that on JG. I'll do a couple vids touching on this in the weeks and days, and then not let me not lie, not days, in the weeks to come and things. But I can't believe some people are stupid enough to attribute us not being on the top four because Aubameyang missed a penalty against Spurs. Like, I'm actually seeing people blame him. It's ridiculous. Yes, Aubameyang scores that. We can sit here and say that with many games, ifs and buts. But if you're looking at everybody in that squad and you ask honestly, Aubameyang is one of the least people you blame. Yeah, his general play at times can be frustrating, but he's done his job. He's done his job. 22 or so goals from 38 games, 22 Premier League goals, first full season, forgive me if I'm wrong. He's brought home the Golden Boot. Fair enough, it's a tie, but he's brought home the Golden Boot. He's done his job, he's earned his keep. We knew with Aubameyang, he's not going to be Thierry Henry, moments of madness. We knew he's coming to score goals, and he's done it. Yes, he's missed sitters. Yes, he's missed tappings. Yes, he hasn't been at it at times, as has everybody in that side. And I believe we win together, lose together, so it's not an accomplishment to say you done better than this guy because we're all a team and we will fail together. But I can't believe it, people. How can you blame him? Are you going to blame Aubameyang for Old Trafford? We can all look at the Spurs game. We can all look at if he scored that pen. But some of the goal we conceded, people, offside or not, we could have done better in certain aspects in that game. Do you see what I'm saying? Is Aubameyang to blame for United away at Old Trafford? A game I remember clearly, people, where our defence threw it away. Unai set us up very good in my opinion, and the team threw it away from not being able to concentrate, which would have been a big 3 points at Old Trafford in the Premier League. Is he to blame for that? Is he to blame for Crystal Palace? Do you see what I'm saying? The Crystal Palace away, he was part of what I feel was a poor team performance against West Ham. But you can look at the midfield. Do you see what I'm saying? Is it his fault we weren't able? Well, he did miss Iwobi missed a sitter, if I remember rightly, against Chelsea. Is it his fault at City away? Do you see what I'm saying? It's all of our faults, people. How much games did we lose this season, people? We lost, I don't even know how many times we lost. We lost 10 times or so, forgive me if I'm wrong. 8 or 10 times. 8 clean sheets, sorry. We lost 10 times. That's not all Aubameyang's fault. In all them games, we could have done better. The draws are where it was all lost, in my opinion. The draws is where you need to get out of it. We drew against Brighton. Did we lose? We drew against Brighton, I'm so sure. We drew against Brighton or we lost, whatever it happened. We lost against Everton. It's the draws as well. You look at the draw against Wolves. Silly points that were dropped when you shouldn't drop points. Is Aubameyang to blame for Southampton? Is Aubameyang to blame for Southampton? We win together, we lose together. I don't like this point scoring. You know, everyone's allowed their opinions, but you know how oversimplistic it is to assume Aubameyang scores that penalty and we go to the top four. Are we airing the poor team performance in the Premier League, excluding Burnley recently? Aubameyang's not alone. When he's meant to hold criticism, he should. And as every one of them players should, because we didn't achieve what became our target in terms of top four. But if you're looking at that side, some players did pull their weight more than others. And time after time, Aubameyang did. Yes, Aubameyang, you're looking at him thinking, all right, you need to get us out of games a bit more. You, Lacazette, Ozil, we need a bit more. And Mkhitaryan, all these creative players, we need a bit more individual brilliance and stuff. But in terms of output, defence didn't do their job. Collectively, the team didn't, because look at the clean sheets. 8 clean sheets for a team like Arsenal is poor. Defence didn't do their job. Keeper's done all right, in my opinion. Midfield have been so-so. The strikers have done their job this season. The strikers have done their jobs. People need to take players for what they're worth. We know Lacazette, for example, he's on it in the big games. He scores and assists in the big games. He's a very technical player. Whatever way you shape it, though, has he got 20 league goals? Another season without 20 league goals. We know Aubameyang, brilliant in terms of pace, scoring a lot of goals. How many of these goals were scored outside the box throughout his career and this season? He scored a couple what I would call stunners, one against Cardiff. He scored a free kick in Europa. But 9 times out of 10, he's scoring inside the box. So we know Lacazette is a quality player, but he's probably not of the quality to get 20 league goals. I'll back him to do it, but the fact is another season he hasn't. And Aubameyang might not have the attacking or the technical ability of Lacazette and a couple other players, but he's scoring goals. We need to accept players for what they are. We need to accept Lacazette. Cool, he's not going to get 20 league goals. Aubameyang, make that up. Aubameyang, alright, cool. Your general play isn't the best, but you're going to score goals. Let's bring in some wingers. Let's get more from our midfielders to chip in when these players are not at it. Because you've got to look at it, people. You assemble a squad. You're going to war. 38 games. You've got a striker that gets 20 league goals. You've got Lacazette who has a decent return and can dig you out. You grab some wingers. You grab some different midfielders. We're not cerebral enough. We don't have enough variety. Variety truly is the spice of life. You don't need variety for the sake of variety, people, but we don't have games where we can exploit wings, games where we can remain rigid and two banks of four and hit teams on the counter. We have obviously counter-attack teams and done game plans and things, but consistently to the level that we'd like to see, we're lacking in that department, people. There's no way around it. But I can't understand how people are just blaming Aubameyang. Like, it's ridiculous. The amount of stuff I'm seeing on Twitter, like, and in general, like, if he scored this penalty, we would be in the Champions League. There might be some truth to that, but that's over simplistic, people. Like, come on, people. If I didn't have a male body part and I had a female body part, I'd be a female. Like, it's stupidness. On that note, people, DG, I'm out. Let me go grab my breakfast. Thank you for watching.